Getting rid of collective bargaining is not an issue of the budget, it's an issue of politics.
Tea Party governors have gotten together and declared war against labor.
Governor Walker, you will not silence the nurses.
This is going to galvanize everybody, not just union members.
This is Occupy Wall Street. They started a radio station out of here. They're thinking they're printing a newspaper.
I saw the computer banks and the food.
I wasn't sure, if it would develop into much, but it's really exciting seeing what's happening.
If you want to participate in democracy, you got to come to where it's at, and that's in the arena, and the arena is in Madison, Wisconsin.
He declared a special session. He introduced a number of bills. These bills gave him extraordinary powers that governors don't currently have. The 11th bill, that was called a budget repair bill. Included in that bill was a proposal to completely strip public and unions of all of their bargaining rights. A public revolution started. It was just an incredible turn of events.
We're sleeping at the Capitol every couple of nights with our kid. My husband's texted me and asked if he should forward my mail to my new house. I'm like, nope, keep the bill, send a toothbrush.
We continue to watch with fascination as what we had thought was just going to be a little bit of time to expose the bill to turn into this tremendous public opposition that we thought surely the governor will realize that he has to compromise and not take away workers' rights. The workers agreed to give him the economic concessions that he was demanding, but his real goal was to destroy the unions.
The public employees have been the face of the labor movement for the last 15, 20 years. We have good contracts. And in fact, we do jobs that nobody else in the private sector wanted to do. That's why government had it.
We participated in the rallies, we were part of the marches.
We went door to door throughout Wisconsin.
We helped storm the Capitol.
We're from Local 100, the Transport Workers Union out in New York City.
Although we have a limited membership there, we supported the efforts because we believed that was going to be a catalyst.
There was an uprising not only from Wisconsin, but from all brothers and sisters across the United States.
5,000 of us are standing here, nurses, teachers, firefighters, parents, TWU.
We're in Harrisburg, PA, the state capital of Pennsylvania.
We're in Orlando, Florida, at the Central Florida Fairgrounds.
We're rallying together to fight the attack against workers.
I mean, if we allow them to knock us down, it's only going to knock the unorganized down. We've always been the voice of labor, so we're here for everyone today.
6 Republican state senators put up by Wisconsin voters for recall. What started with protests in February and March is coming down to real voting in August.
We did pick off a couple of the legislators in that process.
Some conservative media have said today that this was entirely a waste of time, that given that Democrats are still going to be in the minority in the state Senate.
And I believe that the constituents of the 18th state Senate district did not believe that what happened yesterday was a waste of time.
The petition drive resulted in the collection of more than 1 million signatures to recall Governor Walker, more than 400,000 above the number required to trigger a recall election.
This represents the most participated in major recall effort in American history.
Early in the morning, factory whistle blows. Man rises from bed and puts on his clothes.
I think what we probably learned as a movement is that all politics is local. So we may have not recalled the governor, but the effort, local people manage the mechanics and the mobilizations and the messaging.
We're in Columbus, Ohio today. We're protesting SB 5 bill. Governor Kasich gave the State of the State address today.
Frankly, folks, the provisions of collective bargaining reform are examples of what we wanted to do to allow people.
SB 5 was once again a direct attack on all public employees.
It was stripping public employees of their bargaining rights as well.
It was a legislation that was passed that would have to be overturned through the process of a vote of the people.
I think it was amped up just a little bit more because in Wisconsin we knew we could not recall the legislation.
We marched to the Capitol, we set up shop, we had the motor coach there, parked daily in front of the Capitol.
We are participating in every rally, every phone bag.
We were doing walks every weekend, literature drops.
Nothing replaces mass mobilization and messaging.
Are we going to respect
the workers in the United States of America, while all these fat cats have gotten off scot-free. And we turn around and tell the workers in Ohio, in Wisconsin, in Indiana, in the Big Ten Conference, you got to take the hit. It's unfair and it's disrespectful.
The petition process has been going on since April 30th.
Local 1 gathered 2,100 signatures of members in Community Action Network that worked with the local.
As you can see, sitting behind me is a 40-foot long semi-truck.
1,298,301, and the one was mine.
In addition to the over 1 million signatures collected, our citizen-driven petition drive has exceeded the 3% threshold and actually collected at least 6%, or double the amount required by Ohio law, in all 88 counties.
A lot of people are watching Ohio right now, and they're waiting to see how this vote goes.
We knew we gave it everything that we had, and we knew that at this point now we just had to let the people speak and see what they was going to say.
In a landslide, issue number 2 has been defeated. The union-busting Senate Bill 5 will not become law in the state of Ohio.
All of our brothers and sisters in Ohio have pulled together and have played a major part in this.
It's clear that the people have spoken.
With 86% reporting, the vote is 39% for issue 2, 61% against it.
It really feels good to work so hard and to see that work pay off. We know that that's not the end of it, but we also know that we can win.
Occupy Wall Street all day, all week. Occupy Wall Street all day, all week.
There's this movement, Occupy Wall Street, which has spread from Wall Street to other cities. Are you following this movement?
The protesters are giving voice to a more broad-based frustration about how our financial system works.
There's a sense of desperation, I believe, for working people and working families in this country that the folks that run government just don't get. You know, there's a lot of millionaires in Congress that have no idea. A lot of millionaires in the New York State legislature, for that matter.
They want to weaken us. They want workers to accept less and less. And it's just a few very wealthy, very powerful people that are oppressing us all.
Young people in America were standing up once again to the powers that be, and how could the labor movement not support them? I know it was a no-brainer for the organization to support the effort.
I have to be a part of the solution. I just can't sit on the sidelines and watch the working class take a hit like this.
To see just citizens of this country standing up and demanding what is constitutionally theirs.
It's our house and we've taken it over, and my kids, need to see that we need to stand up and fight for our rights, that we don't sit at home and let other people do it for us.
The right to protest, the right to be heard.
It gave me the opportunity to contribute to something that I believe in and something that I know is good for all of America.